So we're going to talk about how to crush, declutter, overwhelm. Y'all, it is a real thing. You have so many things to clean, so many things to get taken care of. And somehow, not only is it hard to start, it's hard to finish. We all get overwhelmed. We pull all that junk out of the closet, out of the bedrooms, out of the cabinets. And the next thing you know, we're just surrounded by clutter and we're overwhelmed. I'm going to give you 6 steps that you can take today that's going to reduce or eliminate that overwhelm. Hi, everybody. My name is Dee Burks. Right now, we are getting into the holiday season, and it is a great time to start thinking about decluttering. There's something about the holidays that when January rolls around, we want to clean everything. We want all the things clean. It feels so good to go into the new year and everything have a place. It not be cluttered. You don't have to worry if the spices are out of date, if your medication's out of date. You don't have to deal with trying to put your new clothes from Christmas into the old drawers that are already stuffed full of old things you never wear. Now is the time to start making a plan. One of the best ways to decrease your overwhelm is to absolutely make a plan. It's not enough to just go in there and say, oh, I'm just going to jump in. I'm just going to jump in and do the bedroom. It is way too general, way too broad, and it's going to overwhelm you quickly. It's much better to sit down and make that plan. That's the very first thing. Make a plan, write it down. A written plan. Now, number 2 is when you're making this plan, make a very specific list. You don't want to say, oh, need to clean the garage. Oh, need to clean the guest bedroom. Oh, now that's not enough. And you're not just cleaning, you're decluttering. Those are different functions. You're not just cleaning, moving dirt around. You are actually getting rid of things. Absolutely getting rid of, carting off, figuring out what to do with them. So when you make this task list, you want to be really specific. I want to clean out the closet in my bedroom. I want to clean out the cabinets in the bathroom. I want to clean out the spice cabinet in the kitchen. Be very specific, and cut it up into small tasks. When you say something like, oh, I want to declutter the kitchen, that is a monumental undertaking for a lot of people. It's amazing how much we accumulate, not only in dishes and that sort of thing, but also in food. We have food that gets pushed back to the back of the cabinet and spices we haven't used since, the 80s. Okay, that's my mother's house. But all of that, we all have these things that we need to deal with, and we need to deal with them effectively. It's a lot easier to deal with that clutter if you're biting off little bite-sized portions. You're not trying to eat the whole elephant. That is where overwhelm comes from. You're trying to do too much. You get partway into the very beginning of it and realize, oh, this is weeks worth of, I can't do this. So you just stick it all back in the closet or cabinet and you just ignore it. I just can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. No, what you're dealing with is the overwhelm because you bit off way too much to start with. So you want to start small, bite-sized chunks. Clean out your bookcase, organize it, shelve things where they go, get rid of the things you don't want. Just do that one thing. Being able to set a task and accomplish it feels so much better than trying to do a whole room, making a huge mess and not getting anywhere. Now, number 3 on this list is to take those tasks that you've just listed. Maybe you have a whole notebook full of tasks, different little things you want to get done. Take that list and prioritize it. What do you want to do first? And you don't have to prioritize it room by room. Maybe you're going to, one of the things that annoys you the most is every time you open a cabinet, all the lids to all your bowls come flying out at you. Prioritize that first. It annoys you the most. Maybe in your house, your refrigerator is always packed and you can't stuff anything into it. Then prioritize that first. Prioritize the things that you see and deal with all the time and the things that annoy you the most first. I hate having to go into a closet and you have to squish clothes to try and fit your clothes in there because you've got so much in there that you don't even wear and you can't even hang your clothes. So think about those things that irritate you the most, that bother you the most. Do those first. I often tell people one of the first things they can do is just walk through their house with a garbage bag and pick up trash, pick up things that need to be thrown out, get rid of the Amazon boxes, and take the trash out. It's amazing how much that will clear up some clutter. We have so many things that are just laying around, old mail, old magazines, junk we just didn't take out, cat food boxes, whatever it is. Get that clutter out of the way. And that clutter is right in your face a lot of times. The stuff we see all the time. Deal with that first. So prioritize your task list. Now, number 4 is to gather all the things you need. This means you want to have on hand bins, boxes, trash bags, things to put things in. When you go through and you declutter, you're going to be making decisions about every single object. It's either going to be a keep, it's going to be a sell, it's going to be a giveaway, or you're going to trash it. Normally, I have 3 bins. I have the keep, the sell, the giveaway, and then trash bags for the trash. It's a really simple system. But if you don't have that already set up and you spend half of your day trying to get all the things you need to put the things in, guess what? You end up not doing anything. So before you start to declutter, be sure you have the things necessary for you to declutter efficiently and effectively and get it done. Now, number 5 is when you actually start, you want to take each thing, make a decision. Don't just put it aside and say, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Make a decision. Is this something, for example, if you're doing your closet, is this something you've worn in the past 2 years? If no, okay, then it needs to be in the giveaway, donate, sell. You're not wearing it. You probably won't wear it if you haven't worn it in 2 years. Now, there are some exceptions like huge parkas when it's not been that cold. But most of the time, if you haven't worn it in 2 years, the odds of you going back and wearing it are pretty slim. The things we wear regularly are actually usually a very small percentage of our overall wardrobes. So make a decision. Don't put those decisions off. Don't hang it back and say, think about that. If there is something you want to think about, go ahead and put it in the bin you think it belongs in right now, and then come back to it. If it's something you think you want to keep, put it in the keep bin. But before you put those things away that are in that keeper bin, you're going to go back through it and make sure you really want to keep those things. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time as we're going through things to let go of objects, to let go of things, because we get an emotional attachment. We really do. Humans are bad about that. We get emotional attachments to objects. And sometimes it's a process for you to let go of that. But make sure you have everything gathered so you can go through that process as quickly and efficiently as possible. And number 6, the last tip is get it out of your house. The things you're going to keep, put them back where they go. The things you're going to donate, make a trip right then to donate them. Don't wait until you have a lot. Don't stick it in your car and ride around with it for 6 months. Expect yourself and demand that you will go and you will make the trip to donate it. If you're going to sell it, let's say you're planning to have a garage sale, box it up, put it in your garage for the garage sale. If you don't have that garage sale within a certain amount of time, say 6 months, then promise yourself you will donate it. Get it out of your house. That's the whole point of decluttering. You want to get it out of your house. If you've gathered up a bunch of trash, take it out right then. Don't wait. Do everything right then, even if it's a relatively small amount. That is what feels good to get everything out of your house. That is what gives you the motivation to continue on and do the next thing, is because you've gotten rid of all those things. If you still have everything and it's still sitting around in bins, it feels more cluttered than when you started. So don't do that to yourself. Don't sabotage your own efforts because you didn't get the stuff out of your house. Make the decisions, put them in the bins, get it out of the house.